Okay, it seems like we're live. Ah, yeah, finally. Let me check on my other device. Yeah, it's my network. Okay, thank you. Hi, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. What time are you watching, Mayor? What's the appropriate time to greet you from your end? Okay, all right. If you can hear me, please let me know so we can just get started. Network has been glitchy. Okay. Thank you. Good evening, Antonia from Kwara. All right, we're live. I love it. Yay, finally. Oh, I just experienced 25 minutes of network glitch. Oh my God. It's not cool, and I'm happy that I'm able to keep my cool. Oh. Did you hear that? It's not cool. It's not a cool experience, but I'm happy that I was able to keep my cool. Antonia Balogun, thank you so much for joining. You're joining from Ilorin, Kwara State. Oh, wow. Good evening. Good evening, all the way from Ilorin, Kwara State. That's good to know. Good evening, good evening. I'm in Lagos actually. I am in Lagos, Nigeria. Woohoo! Is there any other Lagosians here? Let's get to see. Um, yes, Antonia. Who else is telling us their name and where they're streaming from? Where are you watching from? What is your name? And where are you streaming from? Or where are you watching from? I am Mercy, by the way. Mercy for Longshore. My name is Mercy. I love to be called Mercy or Honorable Mrs. F. Yes. I love to be referred to as Honorable Mrs. F. And yeah, today, we are here because we're going to talk about how to make money online, right? Like the fastest means to make money online, to become online. I mean, one skill that you can learn in 2026 and you want to start working remotely. Working remotely is one of the best things that can happen to a woman or to a man. Now, let me give you a pretty example. Just over the weekend, I was reviewing with a mutual that I recently met. So, this mutual, we're talking about. Hi, Fatima from Lagos. Hi, Fatima. Thank you. um, so we were talking about working from home and all of those things. And then she mentioned that she knows a very good friend of ours who is not in Nigeria. I think they're in Canada or UK, and no, in USA. Yes, they is in USA. So they have a family, right? They have a family. So they're a family of four. That is the husband, the wife, and then two children. Now, she said that the husband works from home, and that has been like the best thing that could have happened to them. Why? Because they're able to manage, what's it called, their family. Especially for someone that lives in America to start with, right? Where the exposure is a little bit wild. That if no one is taking care of it, children can actually go um, you know, out of play, right? So because of that, the husband intentionally decided to work online. Anyway, he is one of those software engineers. So it said that my friend said that one time ago he was working with Apple, and after COVID, Apple decided to resume to physical office. And then he told them, you know what? I've chosen this path of remote work because I need to be home for my children while my wife is away. By the way, I think the wife is a dentist. So she has to always leave the house based on her own job. So, like, I intentionally chose to work from home because I need to be the one at home for my children. So, if your company is not going to adopt the fact that I want to continue to work from home, I'm going to move. And he moved. That is, someone moving from Apple, like the very, very Apple that we know. Yeah. So working remotely is one of the best things that can happen to anybody, literally anybody. And especially for those of you that really love comfort of your home. For me, working from home is one of the best things that happened to me because one, I'm able to actually stay at home also with my children. And aside that, I find out that I'm really, really, really convenient. I find it really, really, yeah, very, very convenient for me to stay at home or do a number of things at home. Like I rarely go out of my house. And let me tell you how much I have even enjoyed or how much I put things in place from work from home. I literally can stay in this house for 3 to 5 months without stepping out. And I have a number of things coming to me. For example, I have over seven contacts of vendors around me. So literally, if I want something quick, say I want snacks, I want, I don't know, something quick, I can easily just send them a message on WhatsApp, call them and say, hey, have this thing delivered to me. By the way, I have a very good and an efficient security guard. So this guy, yes. Oh, okay, Anthony, I will get to that. So this guy is really, really efficient. So efficient that when I just say, hey, go to vendor A, you go and get stuff for me. So I can comfortably stay at home. And just recently, I also was faced with the decision of, having to resume physically to work and all of that. And the last time I actually worked in a physical office was maybe 2018, 17. I can't even remember. Maybe even way than that. I can't really remember. So I no longer, I don't know, it would be like a whole lot of major shifts to want to work physically or work from an office. And I'm not looking forward to it at all, especially in this Lagos where there is traffic. I cannot deal. Just this weekend, that was on Saturday, yesterday, I went to Ogun State for a party. And the moment I stepped out, because I could not ride, I mean, I could not drive and I could not use the train because of the timing. So I had to use the public transport. Oh, God. It was not fun, people. It was not fun. So, yes, working from home is one of the best things can happen to anybody, literally. But let me tilt towards the women, especially if you are someone like me that actually find it comfortable to stay at home. So it means that you can actually control your income, control everything that works for you from the comfort of your home. Now, even working from home does not necessarily mean you're working from home. It means that you can work from anywhere. For example, when I stepped out on Friday, it was on Friday that I went to Ogun State for a party. I had work. I work with I do a 9 to 5 on the side, and my 9 to 5 is it works with the USA time. So my resumption time is 2 p.m. Nigeria time, and my close time is 10 p.m. Nigeria time. So because I've been able to manage my tax properly, I was able to go to that party. I went out to make my hair, I went out to do my makeup, and I still traveled down to Ogun State for over 3 hours, spent over 4 hours in the party, and I still came home, I think before 8 or 9. I was back on my decks and I could manage my tax without anybody, not even my team lead, knew that I was not on decks. Why? Because I had my tablets. I had this very device of mine. I had my tablet and my tablet was with me. So I was able to respond to conversations. I was able to do some tasks, and I'm not saying all of it, but I was able to do some tasks. And those tasks were the ones that were needed at the time that was out of the way. So you see that working remotely is just that I can literally be on the beach and do the work. What you need is a powerful charge device, either you're using your laptop, your tablet, or your phone, or rather, and a data and a very, very good data coverage. Yes, data coverage. So, I mean, data coverage, you really need it. Okay, thank you so much for joining in. I still have you, Anthony, and I still have you, Grow My Craft. I think Osage is still with us. It's good to meet with you. Um, Antonia said, I have been thinking of working remotely, but I haven't gotten any job since. What do you mean I haven't gotten any job since? Does it mean you have a skill? If yes, what skill do you have that you have been using to look for a job? All right. Again, let me talk about myself. My name is Mercy, like I've mentioned earlier. And for one, I am a data marketer. And most importantly, I love to teach people about social media management. And why do I love to teach people about social media management? That's because I found out that there is a loop, a gap in the world of social media management. People want to become a social media manager. They love the ideas of or the idea behind being a social media manager, but do not have the skill or the tenacity and everything that is needed to excel as a social media manager, right? So, um, for me, working again, I mentioned before, I've been working remotely for a very, very long time. I think my first encounter, let me tell you my first encounter to working remotely. When I was done with uni, I was just on and playing my laptop. Then I just saw a random email. It was a random email just talking about uploading of products and something like that. I had no idea, trust me, I had no idea what I was doing or what it was about. But I just said, operating the upload dots, it cannot be that difficult. Send it to me. I don't even know the skill needed to get a remote job. However, I studied computer science. Okay, you're in the right place, Antonia. Stay to the end. This is one of the things we're going to discuss. Okay, so I didn't know what exactly to do, but I just like, yeah, yeah, let me just respond. I wasn't even sure I was going to get a response. I just like, yeah, let me just respond. Then I responded to the email professionally, say, oh, hi, hello, my name is this, I am that, and I would love to take on this role. I got an email, went through an interview, and before you know it, I started uploading for this client. Now, I started getting that year, I'm talking about 2011 ish. I started getting $2 per product. So when I upload a product successfully for the client, I get $2. So at that time, I had all the time. I had light, I had data, I had my laptop. So I will spend my night, and literally I've been a night owl. Like I don't sleep. I rarely sleep early. So I've been a night owl for the longest time. So I'm always awake watching movies, streaming whatever online. So staying awake to get that job, $2 per product done was not a problem. So literally was spending hours on my laptop, midnight only, to what? To upload products for this client. And guess what? I have a record because you have to now record the number of products that you've done so the client can checkmate. That's how you get your money, right? Just so they can check that, okay, I've done this, and I'm doing that. So I had to do all of that, and I submitted. See, let me tell you, that time I think it was close to December. That was the that I knew that I balled, because I've never been lazy. I've always been handsome doing uni. But you see, that time was the biggest time. I mean, 2000, two USD rather, 2 USD per product. And I can upload over 50 products per day. Imagine 50 times two. That like, guy, do the math. Do the math. That was the sweetest money. That was the sweetest money I earned in that time. And since then, I'd always thought about how can I continue this. I mean, for a long time, I worked with that client and all of that, but it was really what launched me into working remotely, really what launched me into the digital world. And I was happy that I took it on. And since then, I've never looked back. It really got better. Okay. So this is part of me. Now, if we now talk straightfully, or let's say straightforwardly, damn, that's not correct. But anyway, take it, it's in my dictionary now. We talk straightforward to how we now got to social media management. Now, social media management is one skill, one of the skills that I took to learn and concentrate on. And this is how I got introduced to it. So, um, this very client of mine, apparently the man is even a Nigerian, an Igbo guy, but he's in USA, and he's one of those, Igbo guys. They have like, he used to drop thousands and tens of containers at Alaba. So he has a Shopify store, and that was the Shopify store I was running, because obviously was selling products for Nigerians and all of that. So he needed someone to do the back end work, and we do a lot of it. Somehow we even worked further because the client also had what's it called? This freight company, people that actually manage what's it called? Containers that travel through sea. So he does have a company as well. So we worked extensively. But while I was done with NYC, I just know that I needed something more structured. By the way, I thought I was going to be a teacher. Yeah, I thought I was going to be in short. During NYC was the last time I took a certificate. I think I took what's the name of this? I can't remember the name of this certificate. I've not gotten my certificate, but I wrote the exam thinking that, okay, professionally I am going to what's it called, become a teacher. So much that I even for that try to what's it called, apply for a master's degree, and I also did education. So I thought I was going to be a teacher all through. But with the look of things, teacher is not going to give me the money and the lifestyle that I really, really desire. And I was just like, hey, how is this going to happen? while I was still confused, unsure of what was going to happen, um, my boyfriend, I'm allowed to say this. My boyfriend then was he had shirts, right? He wanted to sell some products. He was also looking for other means to make money. So one of the things that he decided to do was to sell shirts, thrifted shirts, our Okrika in general. By the way, we still run this business. So if you okay, I'll slow down now. Now, this shirt, we wanted to sell the shirt. He needed to sell the shirt. And the problem became that we want to sell the shirt, he wants to sell the shirt, but we had 9 to 5. I had 9 to 5, he had 9 to 5. So how are we going to sell the shirt and still go to our 9 to 5? And these things will not, will not affect one another. Literally, that was the problem. We wanted to sell the shirt, but we wanted to keep our business and ensure that the business runs without affecting our 9 to 5. Obviously, guys. That so while I was looking for answers, that how is this gonna work? We don't want this to disturb this, we don't want that to disturb that, right? So I went on Google and started searching how to sell my shirts, literally, how to sell my shirts without owning a physical store. How to sell my shirts without owning a physical store. Literally, that was what I was searching. And while I was searching and searching and searching, I got different information. Then I came across social media, I came across digital marketing, I came across all of those information. But with that, there was one particular site account, Digital Marketing Institute, DMSI. DMSI literally was targeting me. If I breathe, I'll see DMSI ads. If I sleep, I'll see DMSI ads. Literally, this is an institution that teaches people on digital marketing. So because they continuously appear in my face, on my feed, and everything where I turn to on socials, I became curious and I went to read and find out more about them. And again, just like this, they had an online session, which was free. So I joined in and I heard the conversation. And I literally just said, does this thing, will it help me to sell my shirt? I told them my problem, that I have a shirt I want to sell, but I do not want to have a physical store. Neither do I want it to affect my 9 to 5. And they said to me, this is the perfect skill for you, digital marketing. And guess what? Before I knew it, I paid the money. The money wasn't, it wasn't a joke then, but I paid the money and I learned the skill. Then I now decided to choose the skills that I'm very more comfortable. Now, digital marketing, for those of you that don't know, digital marketing on its own is a tree that has branches. It's a full tree that has branches, okay? So now in digital marketing, we have copywriting, we have SEO, we have website design, we have social media management, ad management, and many more like that, right? So the one that I actually tweak to or turn to the most was social media management. And going forward, I entered into or I added what's it called, website design and many more like that. So literally, the first thing that occurred to me or that came that appeared simple, not just appeared simple, I was able to grasp it quickly was social media management. And yes, that's how I got here. That's how I got here. Now, when I picked the skill social media management, I did not just say, oh, this is it. I literally used it to what? To provide solution to the problem that I had. Remember, the problem that I had was I needed to sell an item without owning a store. So the only way to run it easily was to what? Build my socials. And guess what? I did that. I did that for the business. And the business never lacked customers. Yes, we had footwork, but most importantly, our online presence was good enough to make sales that it did not affect my 9 to 5. It did not affect his 9 to 5. And yes, that is how I got into social media management. You see, a round of applause for me. I feel good. Excuse me. Okay. Antonia said, sincerely, I don't even know the skill needed to get remote job. However, I studied computer science. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on. Just stay to the end. Okay, I have you. I got you rather. So now, if you'd ask me in 2026, having known all of the things that I've known in the past, One skill that you can definitely learn in this 2026 to start working remotely is social media management. Now, hold on. Before you think I am being biased, or yeah, you're just trying to say it, let me tell you something. If you go to any, and I'm talking about any, any skill, any industry right now, and you don't have a full background about social media, how much more social media management, then you will have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay somebody to get the job done for you. So I am a founder, I am a CEO, I don't know how this works. You would have to pay somebody to get the job done for you. Go and check any industry. There is no industry that do not need social media management. There is no industry, no niche that does not need what? Social media. And literally does not need a social media manager or a social media management. So I'm trying to tell you in the sense that this is not me trying to blow this skill out of proportion. I'm telling you what it is really. So there is no amount of knowledge or what's it called level that you get to. It's either you get somebody to manage your social or you do it yourself. And now, if you have a background knowledge of what exactly that is need to be done, even when someone is managing it for you, guess what? You will know what to do and what not to do, or you will know when the person is doing right by you and when the person is not doing right by you. So I'm saying that one skill that you can learn in this 2026, this is, let me tell you, if you're saying, oh, I want to learn skill online or I want to work remotely, where is the very, 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 very easiest pathway to start? I'm telling you, social media management. Now, let me tell you another thing. Some person will say, but what about virtual assistant? Now, let me tell you something. When you go into the virtual assistant world, there are different types of the virtual assistant. We have the technical virtual assistant. We have the I don't know the groups again, but there are some that really deal with travel, that deal with what's it called, to deal with sheets, that is maybe helping you sort your numbers. For example, if you have a numbers to set, you want to know the number of sales and what's it called, sales, I don't know, anything that has to do with finance. So you literally want to do a spreadsheet kind of work. A virtual assistant can help you with it. If you want somebody to literally be your assistant, that is, you have somebody that wants to that would manage your tax. You want someone to manage your tax, help you to remind you of meetings and all of those things. A virtual assistant can do it. But guess what? In all of this, if you do not have a social media management skill, when you get to the pool of job, you will most likely be ranking very low because you do not have a social media management skill. Now, because you will think that the only thing you do on social media management skill is scroll on the phone or keep scrolling and keep posting. No, it is way more than that. Now, because you have that idea and you have that skill of social media management, guess what? You will be one of the top rated and top invited to interview person because of this added skill. Again, I am saying that there is no way you're trying to escape, or you will try to escape the fact that you need this social media management skill. I've mentioned it, right? Okay, let's go. Now, the skill again that you can learn as a beginner that wants to work remotely, like the best entry point for you is social media management. Listen, from social media management, you can now branch into many other things. And guess what? You will be of advantage because by that time you started on the best level, and every other thing that you're going to put on or you're going to learn will be an added skill. And you will not have to go back to level one. Literally, your level one should be, I have a social media management skill. Then your level two can be any other skill that you want to add. Some people will add sales. Some people will go advanced into core niches, like, okay, I want to learn design only. Some will go into, I want to do ad management only. Some will say, I want to do video editing only. Some will say, I want to what? Do content creation only. Some will say, I want to do what? Video or animation only. Some will say, I want to go into AI only. Some will say, I want to go into copywriting only. Look at those things that I've mentioned, that what social media bodies. Antonia, are you with me? Okay, are you with me? Guys, if you're with me, just give me a thumbs up. use the love emoji on the space that you see. Let me know that you're with me. Yes, yes, Antonia, thank you. Thank you. So if you're looking to learn a skill right now as a beginner and your aim is to work remotely, I am telling you that the best starting point is to become a social media manager. Learn the social media management skill. Right? Now, when we talk about social media management, right? Give me a minute. Social media management is really, really relevant when it comes to remote work. In short, the fact that social media management is all in one high demand skill is one reason you should even take and consider it and actually take my word for it. Okay, there is no way, I have said it before, excuse me. There is no way, no level you get to, that would not require you to become or to have the skill of social. I mean, literally, if you don't even know, if you don't even practice this skill to earn money, you literally need it. You need the skill to, I mean, you just need to have the knowledge of this skill, right? So, because if you do have the knowledge, when somebody is managing, say you are at that position, you're able to pay somebody to manage, you know what the person is doing, and you're able to direct the person right? I mean, it gets easier for you. And what if the person goes, oh, I'm on a sick leave, or I need to travel, or you're waiting to get somebody to get the job done for you? But because you have the knowledge of this skill, you're able to do things yourself. You literally do not have to wait. So you're able to fill in timing, excuse me, and time out. So again, when it comes to social media management, across all industry, you need it. See, as I while in the years of experience that I've gathered, I've literally touched almost all industries, and I'm saying almost all industries. Else, Bitcoin currency. I mean, the last one of the biggest project I did, I think in 2025 or 2024, was into Bitcoin. And at the time, I had no knowledge about Bitcoin. I had zero knowledge about Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin to me was some jargons that I definitely could not comprehend. But at the time, they needed somebody to add their data what's it called, the digital marketing team, and I was recommended. Once I got in, the job was done. Why? Because I had known the very primary skill first, which is social media management. Implementation and every other thing that is needed was easier because I know what I need to know, which is the social media management and what is required of me. Then I applied it to get the results that they desire. Okay, now if you ask me what exactly is social media management, in a simple form of it, social media management is when you help people, businesses, to show up online, right? That's what social media management is. I'm trying to look for let me look for, okay, that's I've talked about the most simplest what's called definition, but see what the Google search is giving me. It says social media management is the strategic process of what? Creating, scheduling, analyzing, engaging with content across social media platforms to build brand awareness, drive traffic, and foster community. Now, I took my time to list out those things because those are the tasks that people think is easy, but those are the tasks that in one, it's a lot on its own. Let me tell you what average of social media managers are doing right now, because I know I have a number of them. Right now, they are preparing for the new week. Some people are preparing for the next 2 weeks. They are what? Looking for content to put in, say, oh, I'm representing this client, I am managing this client account. What would I post for the client that the client will be able to what? Get desired results this week. Some result might be increasing followers, some will be engagement, some will be driving sales, some will be shares, engagement. I mean, engagement has so many what's it called? So many KPIs to go through, but engagement in a sense. So that's why I am what taking my time to read and emphasize on those things. I'm going to go again. Social media management is the strategic process of, again, strategic process of creating, scheduling, analyzing, and engaging with content across social media platforms, meaning you can have more than one social media platforms. I mean, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have Snapchat, we have Threads, right? We have Facebook, and many more like that. We have Twitter with X, yes, Twitter. So across social media platforms to build what? To build brand awareness, to drive traffic and foster community. That's community engagement. Now, when we talk about tax, right? That social media managers will do. Let me just give you a little overview and a walkthrough of tasks that a social media manager will do. Number one, obviously, like they mentioned, you would what strategically think about the content you need to create. By the way, there is create and curate in social media management. There is create and there is what curate. So you would ask, because some person when you say, "Oh, I'm creating content," I am not creating content. I like, what do you mean create? Excuse me. Oh my goodness, where's my water? Hey guys, are you with me? Are you with me? Let me know you're with me. Okay, Antonia, give me a minute. Let me just sip some energy drink. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Favor. How are you doing, Favor? So yes, now I'm trying to give you an entry level, or rather a simple overview of what a social media manager will do on a regular, right? So number one, like we've mentioned, creating content. And I was trying to tell you that there's a create and there's a create part. Now, I'm trying not to confuse you, but literally some cases, when you originally create something that is it is from your own original search, or it's from the brand or the business original archive that you create something, then it's literally create. When you create, that means you're most likely improvising, using somebody's, like using an AI, using other people's information to create your own content. Does that make sense to you? I mean, don't let's concentrate on that. It will confuse you. It will confuse you. It will confuse you. But okay, let's go. So one of the best things, of course, one of the entry level tasks, of course, is to start with, or they will start with creating content. Now, posting it or scheduling. Now, posting or scheduling can happen, or posting and scheduling can happen, because we can have posting and scheduling. Some people post real time, while some people schedule. Some people post real time and schedule. Some people schedule only. Some people post directly only. It depends on what works for you. I know a client that um requires that content, she does not bother. She does not want to be bothered about what is going to be posted in 1 week, 2 weeks. So literally what we do for her is create a 1 month long content, have it scheduled on the back end after she has approved, and then it goes out automatically. The other thing you're going to be doing is maybe community management and all of that. So yes, so you go to posting. From posting, you go to scheduling, or rather, from creating or creating, you go to posting or scheduling, right? And literally, analytics is also a game house for social media managers. You need to know the basics of analytics. You need to know your numbers and be able to interpret what your number is saying, right? And then the very, very, very core problem of most people is content ideas. Oh my God. What should I post? How should I post? What would I post that will make it go viral? That is the main pain point of every social media manager, especially for beginners. I mean, this is where they like, what exactly am I doing here? Because if you don't have what ideas or what content to post, literally flops the work that you do, right? So let's talk about the fact that social media makes things flexible for you. For example, you're able to manage more than one client depending on your own capacity. But for example, I know someone who is highly niche. If you're not into fashion or beauty, she will not take you on. She's not going to manage the client. If you're not into fashion, if you're not into beauty, she's not going to take you on. But because if you're into fashion or you're into beauty, she's able to streamline the numbers of content ideas she has to look for. So she just dabble around it. And by that, she's able to manage 4 to 5 clients depending on how busy or how free she is for the month, right? So social media management is very, 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 very flexible. And like I've earlier mentioned, one of the best things that can happen to you actually is working remotely. And let me tell you, remote work money is sweet because I literally have a number of people that work with me that I've not set my eyes on, and most likely will not set my eyes on because and they've been working for me with me for years. I mean, they are in wherever in location. They are in, whatever location that they are in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kwara, da da da. They are all over the place, right? And the only thing that is bringing us together is our devices, our data, and our connected devices to power, right? Oh, network. Anthony, are you back? Is your network fine now? Can you hear me? What did you miss? I can do a recap for you because you have been very, very active. Okay? So, yeah, literally because we do not need to see ourselves. They just I just like, oh, do you are you going to get the job done? Are you ready to get the job done? They say, yeah, I'm ready. Get the job done. And that's it. So it literally is flexible. We most likely will not see. We don't even need to see. We just need the work to be done. And which happens, right? So I love how flexible the social media management can be, especially when it comes to you delivering on the job. Very, very flexible, so much that you literally do not have to meet with your clients. I know that there is also, do not play downplay, there's also a part of social media management that requires some persons to see their clients. But it is highly, highly not compulsory. And I'm saying highly not compulsory because I have chosen to work with people who do not require to see me. I do not, again, I've told you, I'm a queen of remote work. There is no way physical interaction or physical meetings or physical office would work for me. I love this way, and by God, it's going to continue this way, except I choose otherwise because I'm already eyeing oil money. And when you want oil money, you have to go to where the oil is. Oh my goodness. All right. Also, we have advantage to meet different types of clients. Like I mentioned that my introduction into the remote work system was what's it called? Uploading product on Shopify. And how did I get to meet the client? Via email. This client is a Nigerian that lives in America that I'd never met before. Did I meet the man? Oh, yeah, yeah, because we worked very long. I mean, we worked for a very long time. I think we worked for like roughly 4 years across this company. So yeah, we met eventually. One of those times during December, I came to Nigeria, and then yeah, we met. We had the private meet up on the island. I remember vividly. But that took years. So I'm saying that you're going to meet different type of clients. You're going to serve different type of clients. You're going to serve clients who are Nigerians in Nigeria. You're going to serve clients who are non-Nigerians in Nigeria. You're going to serve clients who are Nigerians in other countries. Excuse me. You're also going to serve non-Nigerians in different countries that they are. For example, I have, of course, different level of clients. I have clients that are literally Americans, like, oh, Mercy, I heard about you. And then you hear me speaking a different type of English because I'm trying to match up with their tone, with their own accent. Because literally, these are Americans born in America that are trying to what? Engage with me in my service because obviously I was referred as a very, 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 very good person for the job, right? So, one of the benefits of working remotely is that you get to meet different people and work with different people. Literally, your work is going to travel far. That some of you had not even stepped into the airport before. But guess what? Your work is already far in America, all over the places where you've not been to. But you're able to serve people literally your phone because your IP is reading, right? So your phone, your devices are gone to places literally because you're able to work online. And that is one of the benefits or perks of working online or working remotely. Also, you're able to, especially if you're really, really skilled, you're able to work across industries. And I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Social media management is a skill that is needed across all industries, across all industries, guys, across all industries. So this is one skill that flies. It is not restricted to one industry. No, if you're a social media manager and you are very skilled at what you do, you can work in any industry possible. And I'm saying any industry. Think about it. I've mentioned it. The last time I worked in with an health practitioner, no, last two times. One was an NGO that was soliciting funds for people who are amputated or they have any medical bills anyway. So there's this company, an initiative that came together. They, you know, talk to people that they know have money and tell them, oh, come and help this person. This person has this, what's it called? This problem or this financial problem or these health problems, so come and help them. So they do that. Also, I helped in the health industry as well. I helped a business sell equipment. So this client is a Nigerian in Texas, USA, but he sells equipment like what's it called? Medical equipment, heavy medical equipment, and he sells it and ship it down to Nigeria. So I helped him manage his page and his digital what's it called forms, helping him, of course, drive traffic to his page or to his website, just to inform people, oh, if you need a trusted person to help you bring your medical product or to buy medical product, maintain medical equipment, sorry, then I'm the best guy for you. Also in the health industry, I think I've worked with an hospital. I can't even remember. But these two ones, they are really important. I mean, they're really marked on my head or in my memory, because obviously it's a really different sector that I ventured into, and I just like, ha, do I want to go there? But again, I love sweet money. And sweet money to me is anything that does not stress me. Literally does not move me out of my house or my comfort zone. Because sometimes I remember that I attended what's it called, a 2 day what's it called, night out with my friend, actually with my husband, and I did not have to bother about work. Why? Work was with me. I remember that they were having some fun time and I needed to just do, I think, get into a meeting. I just excused myself and I got into a meeting. Why? While we were even having fun and then they were engaging us with lots of activities, I took my own time to do one or two things on my laptop. Guys, literally have just told you that I was at work. I did not have to lie or talk about any sick leave because I was working. Nobody even knew that I was not in my office, like I was not in my space. Nobody knew. Trust me, even if I was going to turn on my video, they would not know, because all I need is a quiet space, and there's a quiet space. So literally, I can be on C and be chopping live and still be working. Hey, remote money is sweet. I'm not going to lie to you. And see, if you detest traffic like me, if you detest, you see, if you're a soft girl or a soft man, I don't know, if you just like soft life, then remote work is for you. I'm not even joking. If you like soft, like you don't like to stress, because literally, imagine how early, okay, so because I see my husband go to work, he has to wake up sometimes as early as 5 because he needs to get to work. Yeah. By that 5, I'm most likely just sleeping or still on my bed. Guess what? Even if I need to post, I just like this, damn, post, and I drop my phone. I'm back to bed on my bed. I can work on my bed all through the day if I choose to, because what? I work remotely. I do not have to move from bus to bus. I do not have to what? Talk to a conductor. I don't have to wake up and dress up. Oh, yes. By the way, we don't, I don't know. For me, I'm part of the number that don't. I mean, the only reason I try to have my bath in the morning is because when I have my bath in the morning, yes, when I have my bath in the morning, it makes me very, very active compared to if I'm still in my night mood, no bath, no water to touch me, and I'm still on my bed, my work rate will be slow. But the moment I have my bath, it wakes up my system. So that's the only reason I literally have my bath in the morning. No, if not for that, I literally can go days without bathing if I choose to. And yes, and oftentimes very comforting, especially during weekends. I do not have my bath in the morning. Why? I just move from my bed to my laptop, or literally bring my laptop to my bed and do all the work that I need to do. And I hope support. I have enough help. So I literally can have my breakfast, my lunch on the bed, and then I just get my work done. I'll stay on my bed all through. I do not have to move a finger. And the only finger that I'm moving is to press my laptop. And that's what it is. Okay. So again, it is really, 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 really flexible to work remotely. And I tell you that the best entry point for any beginner is social media management. And I'm saying this again because social media management cut across every industry. See, I am not going to be a social media manager next year. Yes, but you will need somebody to manage your socials because let me tell you, look at Tony Elumelu as a social profile. He's not the one posting, but because right now we've gotten to that time of the world whereby your social skills has become a very good currency that can easily affect positively your other businesses. Hence why he's saying, I am on socials, I am this, I am a nice guy, I am a good guy on socials, right? So you need social media. Everybody needs social media. So it will never, don't even go, it will never go out, right? You never go extinct. What is most important is that you have the skill, you know the skill, and you improve upon the skill. Again, this is the baseline that you need to start from, and every other thing cannot become an added addition that helps you to grow. And literally, because you would grow, you will need to grow because you want your income to be more, you want your in quotes relevancy to be well shaped, right? So this will definitely require you to add more skills. But if we're talking about beginners, we're just starting out, and I want to work remotely. One of the best skill, the easiest entry point into remote work is social media management. Now, if you have a question, this is the time to ask me because if not, we're almost running off. If you have a question, this is the time to ask me. This is the time to ask me. By the way, Antonia, I hope you got one or two. Do you have answer to your questions now? You're welcome, Antonia. I'm glad. I'm glad I could help. Thank you. Do you have question? Anyone? Excuse me. Okay, I'll take it that there's no question. And now I'm going to tell you this. One of the best things that happened to me while I was learning was that again I told you that I paid for a school. So how can I know much about social media management? Okay, we'll get there. I'm going to respond to you, Antonia. So one of the best things that happened to me was that, I told you that when I was making my research, the school was advertising to me and literally they were just popping up in my face every now and then. So because of this, I paid to join the school. Now, this way made my work easier and faster. So I did not have to, like every other or most people, struggle on the job. Why? Because I had support. I had a problem, which was simple and direct. I needed to sell without owning a physical store. They knew my problem. I told as many person as possible that is in the school, in the institute. I told them, and they guided me. Literally, this is what you need to do. Step one, this is what you need. Step two. So because of their guidance, it made my path linear and straightforward. I did not have to do that. And it made my work faster, right? So that is in a place of what? Of mentorship and guidance, literally. And the best place, to be honest, the best place you can have that right now is here. Because guess what? We have, I think that will answer how can I know how much more about social media management? Antonia, we have a training that is coming up very soon in June. All right, all right. This is I'm live, so you should be able to see me now. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Tell me you can see me. Tell me you can hear me. It seems like I'm live again. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Fatima, how about you? Can you hear me? Woo-hoo. Okay, good, guys. Good. Okay. Where were we? Oh, yes, you had questions. Awesome, Sarah. Awesome, Sarah. Sarah, I was trying to ask, where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? Let me go back to the chat so I can see Antonia's question. So I cannot know much about social media management. I need a guide so that I can. All right, Fatima, thank you. Okay. So Antonia asked how she can learn about social media management, and I'm telling you, follow us. In short, do me a favor, go to the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. And also take time on WhatsApp. Okay, where? I'm talking about your location. I'm in Lagos. Where are you? Take your time. Yes, Antonia, there's a training. Take your time to subscribe to this channel. Also, take your time to go through content that have been dropped. If you don't follow us already on social, on Instagram especially, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, right? You should follow us as well, right? So you get to see information about the social media management training. And yes, the social media management training is going to happen in June. And see, this training happens 2 times a year, but for this year, it's going to happen once. It's going to just happen once. So hence why we are starting in June. And it's a 3 month training. So people would ask, why exactly are you doing 3 months? Again, let me mention in case you've not heard it before. The very reason that I chose to start social media management training is because so it's the SMM Success School _ this same name you're seeing, SMM Success School _ so that's the name on us on Instagram. Follow us there. Subscribe to this YouTube channel as well so you get to see the content that goes out. Now, the reason we started or I started this social media management training was because see, when I obviously had gained grounds and people were coming to me and say, Messi, I need somebody to manage my social. I need somebody to manage my social. So literally, I could do only 3 or 4 accounts at a time. So doing 5 or more was way more than that, was way more than I could carry. And I thought about it. Why lose the money? Because people literally refer me to so many people. So that's why I get more jobs, right? And I do not want to turn them away because again, I like money, right? And aside that, I mean, somebody gave a good recommendation about me. They definitely would love that I, replicate the good work that I've done on their page as well, right? So I thought about it. Why not just work with 1 or 2 people and maybe have a commission, or just literally just work with 1 or 2 people? At the time, I had not started running the company. So what did I do? I reached out to 1 or 2 people and like, oh, you're a social media manager. I know you. Come and join me, or come and attend to this client. Come and take over this client. Come and do this client. Just do the job. Only for me to find out that they are doing rubbish. And I'm like, no, it can't be. You went through a training. So what did I do again? I went into a pool of novice, like people who actually are novice. And then this pool of novice went through a training that I joined at the time. So they learned social media management. But guess what? They still could not practice what they've learned. They could not implement everything they've learned. They could not implement everything they've learned. They could not put it to use. So when I give them over to the clients come back to me and say, Messi, what the heck? This happened with my account. This person did this person did that, or they just struggle. So I was just wondering why. I mean, if you call yourself a social media manager, you should be able to get the job done. Either you have 1 year experience or more, right? But I found out that they were unable to get the job done even when they've gone through some trainings that they've joined. So I decided that I'm going to train people instead. Literally train them on how to get the job done. And guess what? One of the reasons also that we attach an internship role. In short, internship role this year is going to change to what it has always been in the previous year. Because we found out also that after people get the training, because you practice on the job, when you go to the training year, you literally have to have an account that you're practicing with. So by week, you have assignments, you have tasks that you need to do based off what you've learned for the week. And I'm explaining literally how the training goes. So it runs for 3 months, right? And it's a recorded and a live session. So we have what's it called? A recorded session, your recorded videos you're gonna watch, right? And then by the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, the group gets to decide, the court gets to decide if it's a Saturday or a Sunday and the time. Everybody comes on a live call like this, and then we talk about what they've learned, and we talk more and gist more. Usually, just take question and answer, literally to just have like a one-on-one conversation based on what you've learned for the week. Now, that same week, you have assignments, tasks that you're supposed to do based off what you've learned for the week. So that is supposed to put you and set you in the right place, right? But in the last 2 cohorts or so, I think we did 2 cohorts last year. The feedback that I got for people that moved on, just a few of them, I decided that I'm going to make the internship more strict, right? So I attached a internship, and the internship is not just free, it's a stipend paid, and I say stipend for a reason. So it's a stipend paid internship that will run for 3 or 6 months before you now go into the world itself. Literally, you're left to do your thing yourself. Okay, so excuse me. I'm saying all of this to say this, that if you need to learn how to become a social media manager, this is the best way and the best place for you to start, because we are not just going to teach you and leave you hanging. We're going to teach you and see you through to success. And listen, that is why it's called the Social Media Management Success School, because this is where we see you through to success. This is like the very best place you can get like the beginner knowledge to thrive. And see, if you know the basics, I've said it again and again. This is where you will start. I want to learn how to make money online. I want to learn how to work remotely. The best and the safest entry point is social media management skill. Now, I want to know how to become a social media manager. The foundational knowledge that you need to excel starts here in this training school. And I'm not the only one running it. So that's the good thing. I'm not the only one running it, because we have like a volume of curriculum that we're covering. So because of that, I brought people on board. People are going to teach you about copywriting, video editing, graphic design, and even art management, because these are like the core skills that they need, that you will need to prosper in the world as a social media manager. So, yes. And of course, we teach you how to get the job, how to represent yourself outside, all the job background, how to get an international job. Somebody said, or Sarah said, what's the price range for international brands in dollar and in naira as a social media manager and content creator? It depends. I also know that because this conversation is really, really tricky and very important, we had a full course week for pricing on social media management. We have pricing on social media management. Okay. Because people also will learn a skill and will not know how to price. But to answer Sarah, just so that I will not leave her lingering, Sarah, you are offering a service. The 2 plus 2 around is number one, how good are you at the job? Number two, what is the market price of 1 or 2 persons that are your competitors? Number three, what efforts and how much effort, if you're going to quantify your efforts, your skills, everything you're going to do, your data, the devices you're going to use, you're going to quantify it. How much would you charge per effort, per the time I'm spending, per the data I'm using, per the power supply I'm using, per the device I'm using, per the training that I learned? How much? Now you now put this money together and do your 2 plus 2 on an average, then you choose. But literally, the short and long answer is it is a service. If you think that I'm going to charge 500,000, Girl, charge 500,000 and sits by that money. Guess what? You're going to get your clients that are going to pay you. Just that. Because 500,000 in a way, it may be because of the deliverables, might be high. So in the inflow and influx of people that you think will come in would reduce, because obviously 500,000 is not what everybody what's it called, can pay, right? So there's no price fix for you at this moment. The math that we do during pricing helps you to decide what to do, because now you have like a vivid knowledge of what math you're doing and how to calculate the average and the aggregate. Then you put a price into all the skills and all the deliverables you're giving. But as a service provider, you decide and you determine what price to put on your plate. And like, yo, 500,000, want it or leave it. Okay, Sarah, does that answer your question? Does that answer your question? Yes, Antonia, I think I've answered this. The training is happening in June. And guess what? So because the training is happening in June, some persons say, oh, they are unable to afford the fee. I have done an installment payment, which makes it easier for you to pay. So you start making your payment now, and by June, you paid fully. So nobody is dragging anybody. Because obviously you need to pay fully before you even have access to the training. So it's best that now that you are aware. Okay, Sarah, you're welcome. Now that you are aware, you're able to what? Put your resources together and pay at your convenience before June. Now, somebody will say to me, June is far. Let me tell you something. You and I know that because you are still doing tit for tat, you are not even ready to start the training. And while you're still thinking what you want to think about, maybe you're trying to decide, maybe you're trying to make some certain decisions, yeah? June will be here. And next you say, Happy New Month! And the Happy New Month is what? June. And somebody else is talking about, oh, we are here, the third quarter, second quarter. Say, before you know it, September is here. Da, 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 da. And before you know it, it's here. I mean, literally, we just went. When did they say Happy New Year? And we're approaching the third month. This is literally the half of the month. I mean, I know that, what's it called? February is not a 30th month. February is like, oh, wow, look at that. I just look at the calendar. We have about 1 week and 6 days before the end of the year, of this month, sorry. 1 week and 6 days. So literally, before you know it, June is here. And guess what? We're starting the very first day of June, June 1. So it means that every payment conversations that we're going to have ends apparently in May. In May, when we're done. And June, we start the class. And by that time, you are ready to take on the skills to learn how to start working remotely and how to start earning in dollars. Listen, let me tell you something again. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. If you want to start making money online, working remotely, my dear sister and brother, you need to start with social media management. Because again, social media management is that skill that cuts across all industries. In short, cut across all positions, because tell me what position you are in that you don't need a social media management skill. So the only difference is if you're speaking from a more, what's it called, high ranked position, you most likely have to pay somebody to get the job done for you, right? But do you need a social media manager? I bet you yes, you do. Will you need a social media manager in next 3 years? Again, you will, and you do need it. So I'm saying to you that you need to learn. And again, one of the top things again that worked for me was that I had somebody to guide me. I was not running aloof, so it made my work easier and faster, right? So I know that one of the things that can happen to anyone is having like an overload of information, which is there. I mean, look at the way people were talking about tax or no tax, right? People had so many things to say about everything about tax, which 60% of it were not true, according to the guideline that the government or the initiative, the people who initiated the tax laws enforcers gave, right? But at the same time, information flew here and there, and people took what they needed to take. And now everybody's lying low. Why? And everybody had decided to choose one voice to listen to, because now they are able to, sort of maybe channel their mind on one person or one thing that will work for them when it comes to paying tax and complying to the laws around tax. What am I saying to you? That the best thing that can happen to you is when you have a strict guide that would help you move from point A to point B. And literally, it will not be a waste of money and waste of time for you when you have somebody guide you. And the most beautiful thing about we here is our community is open to you almost all through. Literally, when you go through the training and you go through the phase, you move to the internship phase. Once you move to the internship phase, you still have the community that is open to you, the alumni. So in the alumni community, you still have conversations, and even this year is going to get better because we're going to have some free and some free trainings go live for the alumni. So you still have access to me, and you still have access to some of the instructors that are going to be on board for the training. So if you want to learn more about the training or you're ready to start, because again, the training is on, the information is out there. So if you want to learn more about the training, just send me a message on Instagram or send me a DM on WhatsApp. Or the best way to reach me right now is to send a mail, and I'm just going to drop my mail. This hello.houseofart@gmail.com. And yes, we can continue the conversation from there. I can send you the link to payment. I have it, but I don't think I have it here now, and I don't want to start searching for it. So for some of you that are actually thinking of making payments instrumentally, you get to see the breakdown. You see the full price and how you can decide to pay it in bits. And some of you would want to have like a what's it called a design payment plan for you. I can create it. I want to be paying 10,000 every week. I can create it for you so that the goal is for you to make your full payment for the course and the training before it starts in June 1, because nobody is going into the training without paying in full. And trust me, you don't want to be out of the class because the live session can never be like a replay. You get it? You get it. You're thinking of doing drop shipping for a business that sells shoes, bags, and jewelry, and you feel that you can design an e-commerce platform for them as well, but I still don't know how to go about it. This is good. By the way, this is one of the things I learned in digital marketing class. But yes, you can. If you say you do not know how to go about your what's it called e-commerce platform, what I would ask you to do is go to YouTube and search for it now, because you're going to get thousands of information, right? Now, the problem that you most likely have is you're thinking of a platform and the platform is most likely paid for, right? Once that platform is paid for, if it's a Nigerian market, sort of, you can use Bumper. So what you need to know is how to use Bumper, the platform, right? I get more information about Bumper. I think that's the easiest way I can help you with. Because if I ask you to go to YouTube, again, one of those things that's going to happen to you, you'll be flooded with information and you still don't know where to start. You still don't know where to start. So just go and use Bumper, for, especially because you're going to start for your client. Yeah. Because it's going to be free, yada, yada. Use Bumper. When you learn more about Bumper, just learn about, the ecosystem of Bumper, how to use it and all of that. And then that is more streamlined for you than going about to look for the information before you look for the answer to, oh gosh, because there are 1,001 platforms or e-commerce platforms that you can sell your product free and paid. For example, there's a free version of Shopify, just that you need to get a domain name. And I don't know, and I don't think you're ready to pay for a domain name, because a domain name now, you still want, when you come to get a domain name, you need to know what platform should you buy the domain name from. Is it Osinga? Is it Namecheap? And then you have all of these options. Now again, you want to like, oh, domain name happens once a year. You're just paying money. There's 1,001 information that will be attached to it that you will be rushed with when you go on YouTube. So yeah, you're welcome. That's the easiest. Any other person that has a question? Because what I've said in nutshell, Sarah, I don't know if we're here, is that number one, the best entry point, easier part to get into remote work and learning online is what? Learning social media management. And we've said it, and I've said it again over and over again, that social media management is one of the best skill and that cut across every industry, right? And I've told you the perks of working online or working remotely is that you can literally be in the air and work. You can be on the sea and work. You can be anywhere on the land and work. So long as the app was your device that is fully charged or is powered and you're connected to what an internet service, then you're good to go. Let me tell you one of the best things that happened to one of my clients. My client, no, my students, one of my students, if you go to the SMM Social School underscore page on Instagram, you will see our posts pinned. Pinned, yeah, is one of the first three posts, I think. Yeah, pinned there. She gave a testimonial. Now, so this person is a very good photographer. And when she was tilting towards the life where she wants to get married, yes, bumper with a Bumpa. So now when she was tilting towards getting married, she thought about learning online as an added skill. One, for her to use it as an added skill to earn money, also to help her run her business, her photography business, right? So she decided to join the training. Now, there were so many things that she thought she knew about social media management, but when she joined the training, she could tell that it is different from what she had there. I mean, what idea she had. And guess what? It started working for her. And now she's enjoying life. And guess what? I think in the space of 3 months after the training, she signed her first client because just by her saying, "Oh, I now take a social media management training," or something like that, or take on a status or so, somebody just said, "Oh, do you now manage her pages? Can you manage my page?" So she got her return on investment, literally the amount, double the amount she paid for the training. Because our first service that she offered was what's it called? I think she said maybe she collected 200 or so, right? 200,000, which was I think about triple or double the money she paid for the training at the time. So yes, you get money, and guess what I say? The training, but you literally have a lot of things that you can earn from. For example, when you learn ad management, ad management on its own is a standalone skill that people do only to make money remotely. Ad management on its own. It is no news that video editing or animation is a standalone skill on its own that can earn you money. It is no news that content creation is a standalone skill on its own that can earn you your money. It is no news that creating a content calendar, knowing and telling a client what to post per time and what to do, is a skill on its own that can what? Help you earn money. So literally everything you're going to learn week in and week out is able to what? Help you to earn money and give you return on your investments, on your training. So it's not going to be a waste of time. It's not going to be a waste of money. Only it's going to be a waste of time and money only if you do not, do what you're supposed to do, which is what? Show up for the class and then take on the tax. Literally, if you don't show up, nobody will. I don't understand. Am I gonna? If I can use straw, connect straw to my brain, and then connect that straw to your own brain, I literally pass everything I have in my brain and I share with you. I wish it was that easy. I think technology should develop to that extent. That's the only thing is what this going to for this for. That's the only thing that yeah. Yes. I think I'll put it out there. Anyway, I know the algorithm is listening to me, so let's see if you'll send that information to me. Let's see. Anything that will make me that if you pass, there's gonna be a surgery that you do. You're going to learn. I'm going to be as smart, as intelligent as you. I'm going to get all the information that you have in your brain. I miss your brain work just by doing one or two surgery or by connecting one strip or one whatever to another. Then I'm going to pay for it. That is some BBL that I'm ready to pay for, right? So I am saying this to say that the best way to learn in 2026, if you want to work remotely, you want to start earning dollar, naira online, the best entry point for you is to learn the social media management skill. And the best place to learn the social media management skill is here, the social media management success school training. And we're going to have a full training in what's it called? In June, right? And in June, we're going to do a 3 months worth of training that is literally going to drill you in all the parts that you need to excel as a social media manager. And guess what again? you are going to get internship. It is not just some training. Literally, we will not leave you in the training, right? During the training, we're going to hold your hands all through. But most importantly, you want to build your confidence the more. And I'm saying the more because even if you get to do just the training, you have all the information that you need to have, because you get to do exercises that support the lessons you've learned, right? But extensively, you will do an internship. And during this internship, I tell you, you're going to learn what it is to become a social media manager so that you can gain all the confidence that you need to gain before you venture into the world on your own as a freelance or even join a team, right? By the way, you know that you can join companies as a social media manager and you don't have to work physically, you can still work remotely. Social media manager, remote worker, in FMC, in no, it can't be FMCG. FMCG is those people, anything they like it, physical. FMCG, all those foods are no, leave them out. But literally, there are industries that need social media managers in different that require that is online. That are able to operate fully online. And I'm saying it because I know it, not just because it is some fluke that I'm trying to sell to you. Yes, thank you. Antonia, thank you. It has been impactful and engaging. Tell me actually, what exactly did you learn? What is your key takeaway from today? Antonia, Sarah, do I have you? What is your key section from today? I think we've come to the end of this conversation anyway. By the way, there are so many more things that we're going to have. I'm still going to do a challenge towards the, I don't know, I'm going to put information. So if you're not in the email, I believe you're in the email, because if you are in the funnel of, you saw the training, you entered the details and you got information to access this thing, that means you're in the funnel. So you get to see information about other things that we're going to do, because we're going to do a challenge. This challenge literally introduces you to an aspect of what we're going to do in the training. So you get to see, again, increase your adrenaline. I don't know, it does not sound right, but increase your interest and your curiosity on how the training is going to go. It's just a little aspect of it. We're going to have also some live sessions. We're going to also have some more live sessions, yes, that we're going to talk about different things that would help you prosper as a social media manager or as a remote worker who has the skill in social media management. So I am saying this to say, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and yes, look out for our emails. We're going to definitely be reaching out to emails. If you're already in the WhatsApp community as well, I know that has been quiet really because a lot of things that happen, a whole lot of things that happen, but it's going to get better. Yes. So yes, I'm telling you, it's sweet money. It's exactly, Antonia. I'm glad that you learned that. So yeah, you're going to get the sweet money in social media management. Guys, if you do not have any question, I mean, this is a very good place for us to rest our case, right? If you do not have any question, this is where we get to rest our case. So thank you so much, Antonia. You're looking forward to the training, although you have 2 years of experience. Oh, you do have 2 years of experience. Oh, great. Great to know. So does that mean you learned on your own, Sarah? Did you learn by yourself? Or you had gone through a training before? Yeah, I mean, I have someone, Damilola. Damilola also was a digital marketing uh, enthusiast. No, I think she also had a training at the time, and then she went through the train. She had learned digital marketing. She had gone through a training school in digital marketing, but she still had some aspects in social media management that she needed support with. So because of that, she joined. And I'm telling you, I mean, over the time you get to see their testimonial, so it not look like this woman, her mouth too sweet. Well, my mouth is sweet because I'm in marketing. It is part of the job. It is part of the job. But nonetheless, these are like true stories. It's not just something that it's not just something that it's not a fluke. Yeah, it's no fluke. It's literally what has happened, informations that are true, and you will get to see for yourself how it happened. Now, if you have missed this live session, I'm going to open this replay. Yes, I'm going to open this replay so that you can watch it over again. Um, Sarah said, okay, I learned on my own. I have worked for 2 brands. Oh, great. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome, Sarah. That's good. Sit down. If you are just joining this training, you must have missed a lot, a whole lot, because number one, We started from the remote skills. I think I also did not mention that you can learn other skills. But I am saying to you that social media management is the best, again, like Antonia said, is the best beginner friendly entry point into remote workspace. And because again, it cut across all industry. So it does not matter what industry you want to venture into, you still need the social media. Let me tell you something. I have a friend. The friend learned data VA. She's a virtual assistant, and she does what's it called, accounting and sheets, travel for people. But she had to pay for my course because she said that she doesn't get job easily because she's always on what's it called, Upwork and some other platforms like that to bid for jobs. She says she does not always get jobs because she does not have social media management skills. Because they will ask her on the call, when they get on the call, like, okay, 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 can you do this? To say yes. So the moment she said she can't do anything as regards social media management, she almost, most likely, almost every time lost the job, right? So because she does not have what, the social media management skills. So because of that, she's like, you know what? Let me come and learn this thing anyway, and then let me know that this will not be the reason I will not collect my money from this client when we get on a call. I mean, having gone through the process of getting to a call with a client, only to find out that they need a particular skill as simple. And I'm not using the word simple to say that it is easier to do, or it is easy for you to just get it done. But imagine that you, like, you're just starting out and you learned it, so you don't have to come back here again. This is where you start from, and then you up in, you upgrade, you add more skills, you add more skills, and then your cap keep going up. But the moment you start from the midpoint, you still have to come back to this level to come and learn social media management. So why not just start here? Right? So please and please and please, this is again the best skill for you to earn and work remotely. And this is the best place to start. It's beginner friendly, and this is the best place to actually gain your training, because you're going to get the foundational knowledge that you need to excel. When your foundation is strong, true, 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 true. See, nothing can shake you when your foundation is strong, right? And I said that for training school here, we've created a number of things that will make sure that you have the solid information, solid training, solid basic skill that you need to excel, so that nothing can shake you out there. No innovation, because remember, there's not, the most constant thing in this life is literally change, right? How we run social media management in the last year, the last time we had a training, there has been a little bit of changes on different platforms, even in this year. So it's going to continue to change. But guess what? You already have the basic training with a solid foundation, and that will help you excel no matter what change comes your way. You get it? Sarah, but I believe I might still need both. Yeah, okay, okay, Sarah. Okay, Sarah. Guys, thank you so much for staying with me. This is 9:54. Ooh, tomorrow is Monday. And some of you still have to wake up very early to work. Me, I have sleep to save. What if I tell you that my wake up time is 9 or 10? Why? Because one, my 9 to 5, number one, start at 2 p.m. Right? I told you that I have a 9 to 5 that they work USA time. So my resumption time is 2 p.m. Now, I don't need to wake up early. So in short, I'm going to rather work all through the night to meet up all my deliverables for the new week, because I know that I don't have anywhere I'm rushing to in the morning. My business is my business, literally, because I have a business section of where I'm managing. And I can choose to respond to them when I want to respond. So I'm not, except when I have maybe intentionally scheduled meetings or have meetings or discussions that I need to go out in the morning. But literally, I have my time worked around what I do. So when you people, 9 to 5ers in Nigeria that are working and what resuming physically to places, fighting on track, fighting in traffic, having headaches in traffic, trying to run from one bus station to another. I'm gonna be in my house sleeping, enjoying life, have my data connected, choose to attend to my WhatsApp messages or not, choose to go through my emails or not. But yeah, I wake up at 9, 10. Sometimes I actually leave the bed by 12. I'm not even joking. And that's because sometimes I breastfeed. All right. I have a newborn. So my baby is still really small. She's just maybe 3 months. So I'm in bed with her, taking care of her, or maybe just keeping her to sleep, or because I'm just trying to sleep because I've worked all through the night. So I won't wake up to like 11 or 12. And when I see messages and you're messaging me in the morning, like, why? Why are you trying to message in the morning? Are you the one paying my salary? Who are you? You want to be waking? No, nah, no, nah. It's because of situations like this that I decided to what? To stay on this journey of remote work. I'm telling you, remote work life is sweet, guys. Thank you so much, Antonia. Thank you, Sarah. If you do not mind, I would love to get your feedback on the most important thing that your takeaway from this very, 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 very training, this very, very webinar. And in the WhatsApp group, please drop a message. I'll be happy. And I'm going to also share the links for the replay in the email and also in the WhatsApp. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram to have all the information and continuous information as we gradually prepare to join the training. All right, guys, it's good night from here. Remember, my name is Mercy. You can call me Honorable Mrs. F. I love it like that. Don't worry, when I become honorable, I don't want to make promises like those honorable. So let's wait to that time. But vote for me when you see it. Honorable Mrs. F. Yes, WhatsApp. Oh, don't worry. Communication will go across board. We'll make sure we touch WhatsApp. You're in the WhatsApp community, you get to see the replay link. You also get it in your email. And then you see information about it on Instagram. So just make sure that you look out for all of these platforms. We are active. We're active. So you're going to get all the information that you need. Thank you, Antonia. Thank you, Favor. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you everybody for joining in. Yes, yes, yes. Don't worry. When we get more information, we'll get it. Oh, thank you, Sheifat. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys when we talk some. See ya and good night. Have a blessed week, people. Blessed week. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.